Hi, my name is Emily. I'm founder of Focal Point Bookkeepers. In this video, we are going to take a look at QuickBooks Online subscription plans and walk through the tutorial of how to get your account set up for the first time. This is as of July 2024, and if you're watching this quite a bit in the future of that, this might look different. QuickBooks, for better or worse, is constantly changing and evolving. So if it is different and you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. So here on their pricing landing page, you will see 4 basic options, and you'll also notice that there's a discount for the first 3 months. Usually this is $50. Right now it's a bit higher. But you can also toggle this off if you want to just test it out without paying for it for a month. If you've come across other plans, the solopreneur or the self-employed, I don't recommend starting with either one of those because it's built on a different a structure that doesn't scale up to one of these plans currently. So it makes it a bit difficult if you want to scale up in the future. And in that case, I would recommend going with the simple start because it will give you the basic plan, maybe a little bit more than you need. But then it's super easy to move up through any one of these subscription plans later on down the line. With that being said, I will definitely recommend, probably to most of you watching this video, to go with the simple start. Essentials is going to give you access to more users if you have other people in your firm who are going to need QuickBooks, and some other time entry if you're having employees clock time or someone clock time, multiple currencies, and different sales channels. So those are the main differences between the essentials and the simple start. Simple start is going to give you everything you need for your basic bookkeeping. As you move up these plans, they become more comprehensive, mostly in financial management. So here you'll see you've got more users and you've got some other financial planning tools, profitability, projections. The advanced has much more extensive, complex features that come along with it that you probably do not need at the time if you're just starting out or running a small practice. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to choose simple start and skip the payroll. Obviously, if you don't have any employees and you yourself aren't on the payroll as a W-2 employee, this is not relevant at all. But I would also suggest, if you are at that point or thinking about it in the future, I personally use and recommend Gusto. I find that the incredible ease of user friendliness, if that's a word, way makes up for the convenience of just choosing QuickBooks Payroll because it's inside QuickBooks. So if you have any questions about that, also don't feel free to ask out. Continue without payroll. We will choose that. And now we'll be prompted to either create an account if you don't or have never had an Intuit account. So if you've ever used Intuit for anything, for doing your taxes, or you have had a previous QuickBooks account or even a Mint account, you're going to want to use and you're going to want to use that same email address. QuickBooks has a record of that, so they won't allow you to create another account using that email address. In which case you're going to want to go to sign in. So to summarize that, if you're using an email address, if you want to use an email address that you previously connected to any Intuit product, you're going to click sign in. If you're using an email address that you've never connected to an Intuit account before, then you'll create your account here by using that email address and selecting a password, putting your phone number in. I'm going to pause this and, well, let's hop over into the sign in first. So you'll see I've got an Intuit account already. It's pre-populated here. I'm going to go ahead and sign into that now. I'll pause the video, and then we'll get to the payment portion. Okay, so after 2 levels of 2-factor authentication, I'm into the accounts that I have connected already to my email. So if you are using a previous email, you'll likely see the accounts that you are already attached to here. And then you're going to create a new company and enter your billing address. So you'll see here that you'll be charged for the full amount of that subscription after your 30-day free trial. You can cancel it at any time. You can also cancel it right after you create it if you don't want to be charged or forget that you might be charged and you're questioning whether or not you're going to keep it. So you'll enter your information here. Let's pause this again and I'll get through this into the next screen. Okay, so I've entered payment information and prompted again here to save 70% for first 3 months. I'm going to go ahead and skip, but if it makes sense to you, if you know you're going to use a QuickBooks account, obviously go ahead and take the discount for sure. I'm going to continue with the trial. Okay, now we've got our account set up and QuickBooks is going to walk us through a tutorial of getting all of our information as well as choosing the features that we are going to use in our QuickBooks account. So this is your legal business name. Important that you're entering the name here that appears on your tax forms. So make sure you've got the correct commas and the LLC, however it's written when you file your taxes or with your Secretary of State. Try to enter it exactly that way here. So I'm just using a dummy account here. And next. So this is asking you what you've been using for your accounting. Most of you probably not on desktop or Sage or Peachtree, probably starting new, or you've been, doing things on spreadsheets, pen and paper, maybe another app. So choose whatever is relevant to you here. I'm going to choose spreadsheets, and then we are going to pick the industry. So if I type in therapist here, you'll see all of the associated industries that come up for therapists. Choose the one that's most relevant. This is important because there is some benchmarking data inside of QuickBooks that can compare you to others in the industry. So let's do mental health practitioners. And this is your current business structure. So if you're sole proprietor, meaning you are an LLC, you don't have anyone on the payroll, you're not on the payroll, you are a sole proprietor of your business, sole owner. Partnership, you've got partner. S Corp, you file for S Corp status. So perhaps you were an LLC and then you had a CPA transfer you over to an S Corp. Then you're going to select that. Those are probably the top options, I would say. So I'm going to choose S Corp. Okay. Owner or partner, employee, bookkeeper, accountant, other. It's pretty straightforward. We'll say just the owner. Okay, so we don't want to pay or have patients paying you through your QuickBooks. It's not HIPAA compliant. So any prompts for setting up payments online or invoicing through your QuickBooks account, you're just going to skip right over it. We are going to link up your bank accounts and get those transactions pulling into QuickBooks automatically, and we'll do that later. So select it and then skip it. This is letting you know that you can use your phone if you download the QuickBooks app to snap pictures of your receipts and have them show up in your QuickBooks account. I don't recommend starting with this right away because it can lead to duplicates, because you're going to have transactions coming in through your bank feed. And if you've created additional expenses by taking a picture of receipts and you've got both of those in there and you're not matching them up yet, you're going to create a bit of a mess without knowing it. So we will come back to this once everything is all set up. But it is a cool feature. So get paid online, we're going to skip that. And most of this we are also going to skip over for now. You're not invoicing and collecting payments through QuickBooks because of the HIPAA compliance. This is an option to open a QuickBooks checking account. So that's a brand new bank account. Estimates or quotes, tracking team's time. So this perhaps may be relevant, or tracking mileage deductions. I would say if you're going to track miles, you can select this. They'll follow up with you later. If you just want to start with the basics, which is really recommended to get a strong foundation, we're going to skip all of this extra stuff for now. All right. So once you've made it all the way through the tutorial, you'll be brought to your home page of your brand new QuickBooks account. And I'm gonna stop here for now. And in the next tutorial video, we'll go through your company settings and getting those customized to your business, as well as setting up your chart of accounts and linking up your bank feeds. So I think the big takeaway here is choosing your subscription, start low. Most people, if you're just starting out for the first time, are going to be fine with Simple Start. You can always upgrade. Super, super easy to upgrade. As you go through the tutorial, try to make sure your business information, your legal entity name, is as accurate as possible, as well as your business structure. And then skip through most of the extra things just to keep it simple when you're starting out, so that you don't get overwhelmed or add things that you don't need in the beginning. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.